going to take the gearbox out to lubricate the splines. So start by taking the air filter cover off. The air filter is going to be replaced, so we can disconnect the carburetor trumpets. Same around the other side. So we'll just disconnect the breather hose, and that just pulls out the back of the air filter box. And I'll just take the trumpets out, just work these collars out, and then that will easily come out. Same the other side, so there's the collar, just take the same one out the other side. That assembly will just come off, and that will expose the air filter box. The breather hose from the breather is pushes into the back of the breather box like a grommet, so that needs to be just pushed out out of the way. There's an 8mm bolt that's got to come out. That secures the bottom of the air filter box to the top of the gearbox. And then we can undo the two top gearbox mounting bolts. Then we can lift the air filter box out. Next thing I want to do is disconnect the clutch cable. So to do that, I just lever the clutch arm forward, and then I can disconnect it if it's going to cooperate. The nipple sometimes sticks to the, that's it, sticks to the lever, so there we are, just lever that forward, and that's the clutch arm disconnected. We can then pull the cable off the gearbox. I've actually got a little clip on there, a cable tie on there, which I'll just cut that off. I think the reason that's on there is because the boot started to split. So that's out the way. Yeah, you can just see the boot splitting there, so I've got a cable tie wrapped around that. And then I'm going to disconnect I'm just going to disconnect the clutch arm there, so that can come off. And then I can undo the other two gearbox mountings and slip the gearbox off. Pivot bolt here, 6mm pivot bolt. Done. Take that arm off. There's a needle roller bearing in here that's worth looking at. See if there's any pitting on it, worth giving a clean before reassembling that. So we will do that later. And then the next thing to come off is the clutch pushrod boot. I do this, it's possible to get the gearbox out without doing this, but it's a bit of a fiddle, so I'll just find it easier to take the boot off and pull the pushrod out. That's the clip, and then the boot, careful not to split the boot, There's the boot with a spring on it. And then we can pull out the bearing. There's the bearing, and then up inside is the push rod, which hopefully will pull out. There's the push rod. As I say, that's the way I like to do it. Right, so now if we disconnect the fuel hose from one of the carburetors, so there's the, that nut needs to be sorry, that bolt needs to be undone. Move that out of the way as the gearbox comes out this side. This carburetor's got to come off. Set that up there, and then we can undo this bolt this side, and there's one the other side. Now the one the other side doesn't screw into a thread in the crankcase, it has a nut on the end of it, so you need a spanner, 13mm spanner. There's the bolt with the nut and it come out the other side. Back to this side now, we need some needle nose pliers. Take this screw out. This cap head screw has got an earth lead attached to it, so that needs to be pulled out of there. And now got to be careful of this lead here, we don't nip it, but we can slip the gearbox off the clutch and tilt it up, and you can see there we've got a couple of wires. That's the neutral light switch, so they've got to come off. See, the neutral light switch is actually leaking. Right. So now we can carefully pull the gearbox out, and there you are. There you have it. That's the gearbox out.